Nick Foligno, first of all?
Nick's going to be out, I'd say extended period of time. Probably, if I was to estimate, it'd be like 4 weeks. But it might be a little less, might be a little more. I don't love putting timelines on it, but it's not 6 months, but it's not 2 days.
So we could be talking about a break possibly.
You guys, yeah. I mean, you saw the block. So it's unfortunate. As soon as when he came, he's a tough customer. So when he came off like that, I knew he was in trouble.
Just with this game in general, and especially the way the second period gone, obviously you guys have been much better in these tight games, but that could have been, a decision that really kind of rattled you, and you guys stuck with it again.
Yeah, I mean, I think I thought honestly there was a moment in the second where I thought we were starting to take over, and we had some really, really, really good chances that we didn't score on. They score. Obviously. The challenge happens after that. They leave it on the board, but good for us to kind of find a way to kill the penalty. That's a huge thing, and I thought we came out in the third, and we've been a good third period team. We have, and I thought our guys really continue to press and play the right way. And I said it just on the interview a second ago. I mean, I thought we just got to continue to grow our process, continue to grow our winning habits, continue to grow our details. And if you look at the tying goal, it's a D-zone face-off one that we executed. We got in the right spots. We wanted the puck. We got confronted. We chipped it. We actually chipped it and chipped it again. We didn't try to make something out of nothing. Then we made great plays. Then the skill takes over. And Frankie makes a great play to Turbo, and then Turbo, does a great job finishing. But it doesn't happen without the process oriented of it. Same thing on the winning goal. We talked about shooting that puck off the pass, and Louis shoots it off the pass. We had a tip, and it goes in. So we just got to continue to grow. We're going to be in a lot of those moments, I believe, and we got to continue to grow as a group.
What are you seeing out of Blashill?
Artie was excellent for the majority of the game tonight. I think he's played very, very well over the last few weeks. I thought there was a couple chances he gave up in the last couple of games that I wanted to make sure that he eliminated. And overall, though, Artie and I have talked about he's got to attack the game, and so with him learning how to attack the game without taking on unneeded risk, that's a process, and I'm okay with that process because in the end, for Artie to be great, I think he's got to be a guy that attacks the game, and that's what he's been doing lately for sure. I think on the power play in zone, he does a really good job of being efficient. He takes what's given. He distributes the puck at the right time on the tape, and I think that's a little bit of an unheralded skill, like getting the puck to Connor when he's exactly in stride, getting the puck to Burakovsky when he's exactly in stride. That's a big part of having a real efficient power play. So he's gotten points there, but I also thought today he kind of really attacked it and had moments of really taking over. Obviously, he was real close to scoring.
Can you comment on how you feel the 6 defensemen did overall tonight?
Yeah, I thought, honestly, I think our D have played pretty good overall, and whether it's 6 or 7, to me, it's not. Oh, did I just do that? Did I just do that? I didn't even do it on purpose. Whether it's 6 or 7, they've played pretty well, and I thought our D did a good job tonight. But that's not to say that we won't go back with 7. We'll make the decision against Calgary, but I have confidence in our D core either way.
For Nazar being kind of TBD this morning, how do you think he performed?
Awesome. He dug in, man. I thought it was great. It was awesome to see. He had to basically say, I want to play. And I thought he dug in great. And as the game went along, he just kept getting more and more confident, I think, and thought that he could kind of, play through the little bit of the nagging injury. And, where I really loved it was at the end of the game on those face-offs, 5-on-6. He dug in great against a great face-off guy in Tavares. And that compete level, when he's at that compete level, he's a high-end player for sure.
Jeff, how big a loss is this for Cole? Just like
thought it was the mailroom.
Expand on that a little bit.
Yeah, well, Nick's a big loss in a lot of ways. Nick's a big loss from a leadership standpoint for sure. He's a great leader in the room. Our guys have tons of respect for him. He's an extension of the coaching staff. I like to pick his brain on a lot of things. And that's not to say he won't be around, but it's a little different when you're not in their game in and game out. But we'll certainly make sure we work to include him. But he's also a big loss on the on the ice. I think he's been a regular in our power play, regular in our penalty kill, and he also gives us, a guy who can go out, win a face-off on that left side, and kind of solidify a line. I think he kind of he's a smart player that can help other guys play with energy because he can kind of cerebral and think his way around the game. So it'll be a loss, but that's this league. Everybody in the league's got guys that are down, and you got to find ways to take the guys that you have and find a way to win.
You
mentioned the success in the third period. Half of the team's goals this season have been scored in the third period. Is there anything specific that you can point to that's leading to that?
No, I mean, I honestly can't. If we knew what that was, we'd do it in the second. It's just kind of some of the ways the games have gone. We've probably, I think it's been documented, we haven't been the best second period team, so then it's maybe a chance to kind of regroup. It's been weird. There's been a lot of games we've started really well. The other team pushes back. That's part of it. So we're good in the first. The other team pushes in the second, and then we kind of push back in the third. That would be my best explanation for it. I don't think it's a strategic thing or an X's and O's thing, but I will say our guys have done a good job of staying calm. And if things haven't gone great in the second, we haven't lost our heads. We've kept our composure and gone out and executed.
9-3-3 in the last 15. At some point, it's not just PDO or goaltending. I mean, have your own expectations of this team changed in the last month or so?
I started the year without any expectations. I just didn't know what to expect. We had a group of guys that I knew were talented, and I thought if we could mature our game, we could become a really good team. Because if you have talent and you play mature, that equals a lot of success. As we've grown, I've continued to say to them, we can be a really good team. We just got to do the right things. And if we do those, we can be a really good team. We got to choose that. We got to choose to be that type of team. And I think for the most part we have. Are we going to have some growing pains? Yes. But we're making the right choices on a daily basis. And to me, that's how you end up being successful as a group. So I don't really have any further expectations. Let's just go out, continue to get better here. We're going to practice Monday, find a way to play a great game on Tuesday.
So you don't want to predict playoffs or anything?
I'm not, again, for me, I don't think that way. And I know it sounds coach speak, but it's not. I just don't think that way. I think that's asking yourself to try to control stuff you can't control. What we can control is coming Monday and getting better, and then coming Tuesday and playing good hockey. That's all we can control.